Football is the world's most popular sport. Every year, billions of people tune in to watch matches. Stadiums fill with passionate fans. Entire cities seem to pause when a major game begins. Families gather around televisions. Friends debate players, teams, and tactics. For many people, football is more than a sport. It's a tradition, an identity, and a source of excitement. But not everyone feels that connection. There are people who can walk past a crowded sports bar during the World Cup and feel absolutely no urge to look at the screen. They don't follow league tables. They don't know the latest transfer news. Some might not even recognize the biggest stars in the game, and surprisingly, they're perfectly happy about it. Why is that? Are they less social than football fans, less competitive, less emotional, or is something deeper happening beneath the surface? The answer may lie in psychology. Because the reasons people avoid football often have very little to do with the sport itself. Instead, they reveal fascinating differences in personality, motivation, attention, and the way our brains seek enjoyment and meaning. So what exactly goes on inside the minds of people who simply don't watch football? Let's find out. Football is a game built on uncertainty. No one knows exactly what will happen next. A single goal can change everything. One unexpected moment can turn defeat into victory. That unpredictability creates tension, excitement, and anticipation, powerful emotions that many fans find incredibly rewarding. When people watch football, their brains often release dopamine, a chemical linked to pleasure, motivation, and anticipation. Every attack, every near miss, and every chance to score keeps viewers emotionally engaged. For millions of fans, this emotional roller coaster is part of the attraction. But here's something interesting. Not everyone experiences that same rush. Human brains are incredibly diverse. What feels exciting and rewarding to one person may feel completely uninteresting to another. While some people are captivated by 90 minutes of competition on a football field, others find their excitement elsewhere. For some, it's the challenge of solving a complex problem. For others, it's learning about new technology, exploring scientific discoveries, creating art, building a business, reading fascinating books, or immersing themselves in video games. These activities provide their own sense of anticipation, achievement, and satisfaction. In psychology, this reflects a simple truth. People are motivated by different rewards. Some brains are naturally drawn towards social competition and sporting drama. Others are more attracted to intellectual challenges, creativity, innovation, or personal projects. This doesn't mean football is boring, and it doesn't mean these people dislike sports. Their attention is simply directed toward different sources of stimulation. The excitement they seek exists, it just comes from a different place. In other words, when a football fan is eagerly waiting for the next goal, someone else might be just as excited about finishing a book, solving a technical problem, designing a new project, or discovering something they've never known before. Both experiences can be equally rewarding. They're simply different paths to the same psychological destination. Engagement, satisfaction, and meaning. Human beings are naturally social creatures. Throughout history, we've survived by forming groups, communities, and tribes. Deep within our psychology exists a desire to belong, to be part of something larger than ourselves. Football taps directly into this instinct. When someone supports a football team, they're often supporting much more than a group of players. They're supporting their city, their community, their history, or even their nation. That's why fans proudly say things like, "This is my club," "This is my city," or "This is my country." The team becomes part of their identity. Victories feel personal, defeats feel personal. And sharing those emotions with thousands, or even millions, of other supporters creates a powerful sense of connection and belonging. But not everyone is motivated by this type of group identity. Psychologists have observed that some individuals have a lower need for social affiliation through shared symbols and collective identities. In simple terms, they don't feel a strong urge to connect with others through teams, brands, clubs, or large communities. Instead, they often define themselves in different ways. Their sense of identity may come from personal achievements, individual goals, specialized interests, or unique hobbies. Rather than asking, "Which group do I belong to?" they may be more focused on questions like, "What am I learning? What am I creating? Or what am I becoming for these individuals? Belonging isn't necessarily found in a stadium filled with thousands of fans. It may be found in a small group of close friends, an online community built around a specific interest, or even in solitary activities they deeply enjoy. This doesn't mean they're antisocial or disconnected from others. In fact, many have strong relationships and active social lives. They simply build connections differently. Their sense of fulfillment often comes from personal passions rather than collective fandom. While football fans may feel united by the colors of a team, non-fans may find their identity through their own individual pursuits. Neither approach is right or wrong. They simply reflect different ways that people seek meaning, connection, and belonging in the world. Football is one of the most emotional forms of entertainment in the world.